We're nearly at the end of the year, and that means it's time for me to go over my favorite Pokemon ROM hacks of 2025. I'll be honest, I haven't played nearly as many ROM hacks, to completion at the very least, as I would have liked to this year. What I've realized is when it comes to Pokemon ROM hacks, I'm really picky. I've been playing Pokemon for such a long time now that what I look for in a ROM hack is probably different than what you look for in a ROM hack. Personally, I prioritize uniqueness. I appreciate something new that we probably won't ever see in an actual Pokemon game. Because if I wanted to play actual Pokemon games, I would just go do that. With that being said though, I have compiled a list of my favorite ROM hacks that I have at least played this year. Let me know your favorite ROM hacks you played in 2025. I still have a gigantic list of ROM hacks that I want to get to. Hopefully I'm able to do that in 2026. So, starting off our list, at the start of the year, we were playing Pokemon Elite Redux. Now, Elite Redux is not a ROM hack for everyone. The whole premise is every Pokemon has 4 abilities. It's chaotic, it's fun, but you really have to slow down and actually think for pretty much every battle. It's a single battle, thank God. All right, so this guy is a Norbeetle. We are mega fast. It's got a sash though, which is kind of annoying. Boosts its power but moves last, so we're gonna take damage either way. Does it one-shot me with anything? It doesn't seemingly one-shot me with anything. I say we just overheat and then we hopefully it doesn't hypnosis and then we just flip turn. Hopefully no hypnosis. Of course. Personally, a lot of my love for it comes from the regional forms or the mega evolutions. They just have a lot of custom Pokemon, and they also have a bunch of unique and original abilities that they came up with that I honestly wouldn't be mad if I saw them in an actual Pokemon game in the future. I really like the ideas that this game brings to the table, and overall I think it is just a quality game. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's a good game. Next, I want to talk about Pokemon Odyssey. Pokemon Odyssey is a finished ROM hack now. I actually haven't played it since it finished. I played, so the way that works is they released it in 4 parts. I've played parts 1, 2, and 3. I still need to play part 4, but I can speak on this game is good. It is a good game. It's got a unique, darker story, and it's a mix of Pokemon, Etrian Odyssey, and Made in Abyss, which never played Etrian Odyssey, but I've seen Made in Abyss, and I love Pokemon. But honestly, you don't have to have played or seen Made in Abyss or Etrian Odyssey to enjoy this game. It's got a bunch of regional variants based on Etrian Odyssey creatures. They fully rebalanced all the Pokemon as well. You only get up to Generation 3 plus evolutions. It is double battles only, which I think is really cool, and I think more ROM hacks need to do that. There are way too many strategies involved with Pokemon double battling that Pokemon themselves don't take full advantage of besides VGC, so really cool that this is mostly a double battle game. For me, a big part of Pokemon ROM hacks as well is the quality of life. So if a game just feels too annoying to play because there's like a lack of quality of life, then I probably wouldn't like it, and it probably isn't even going to be on here. So just assume there's some quality of life in these games as well. Next up on my list is Pokemon Lazarus. Pokemon Lazarus is a unique region, unique story. It's kind of like its own separate entity. It's not like I'm playing Pokemon Emerald, but there's all these new things. It's got its own story, its own characters, it's its own world, right? It's got a Gen 2 graphical style with an asterisk. They've got Mega Evolution as well, some of their own, some even from ZA, obviously some of the originals. The way I describe this ROM hack is it's fan service. If Luxray was in this game, it would definitely be an Electric Dark type. They change a lot of Pokemon's types is what I'm trying to say. It isn't a super difficult ROM hack, but it's definitely harder than the base Pokemon experience. So if this is your sort of vibe, which honestly, Lazarus comes from the same people that made Emerald Sea Glass, and I stopped playing Emerald Sea Glass because it was just kind of like Emerald, but the gimmick is it's Gen 2 styled. And I've played a lot of quality of life ROM hacks. I don't need to play another one that just kind of looks like Gen 2. So when they were like, oh, we're making an original game, I was like, wow, sign me up. And yeah, I had fun. It was a good time. I had my issues with it, but overall, it's a good ROM hack. It's quality. It's better than most things coming out these days, in my opinion. So definitely check it out if you like the sound of anything I mentioned. Next is Quarantine Crystal. Now, this ROM hack isn't technically finished. It's only up to 12 gyms because it's based on Generation 2. So there's 16 gyms in that game, but they are working on it, and I think the next update will include the last of the gyms. That being said, there's still a lot to play right now, and I did play it for a couple months on my second channel, but other things kind of took priority, and I was like, you know what, since they're going to be releasing an update anyway, I'll come back to this game. So I will say Quarantine Crystal Q-Dex, definitely want to keep your eye open for it. It's a Fakemon Dex of Generation 2 with unique cries, unique icons, like it fully immerses you in the experience, because when a Pokemon ROM hack has Fakemon, but it still has, you know, when you go to the menu and you still see that it's Bulbasaur's icon there and it's still Bulbasaur's cry, it takes me out of it a bit personally. So I really appreciate the extra effort that, you know, these ROM hacks go to when they include, you know, unique icons and unique Pokedex entries as well. Like, they basically just overhaul the whole Pokemon instead of just the sprite. This game doesn't just have Fakemon though, it also has new trainer classes, it's got new music, and they do currently have physical special split, but they are reverting it to the older physical special split. And the reason why, when it comes to Pokemon moves, there's only so many they can include in the game. Like, there's limitations. So rather than making a physical and a special, you know, water type move that are like the same power, like, you know, Surf and Waterfall, rather than that taking up 2 slots, they would rather just combine it into 1 slot, and it will allow them to just make a lot of like cooler moves, rather than just, oh, this is physical fairy move, this is special fairy move. And I honestly vibe with that, so I can't wait to see what they do with that. Quarantine Crystal, Q-Dex, definitely one of the better ROM hacks I played this year. I'm glad I'm not finishing it because I would like to start fresh and play the update whenever that comes out. But it's still a fantastic ROM hack. It takes a lot for me to check out a Gen 2 ROM hack, let me tell you. Then of course there is Mariomon. Mariomon we played earlier on this year. It's a Super Mario themed ROM hack, and it's a damn good one because it doesn't just put Mario creatures in Fire Red. It's straight up like, it's a whole ass Mario game, but you're battling with them like Pokemon. Like, there's a story-driven reason as to why you're using them. They're called captures. This one is genuinely something special. I think I probably would have enjoyed it more if I just played it how I normally would play Pokemon games upon first playthrough, and that is just, you know, catching and completing. But I tried a Nuzlocke the first time I played, regrettably, but nonetheless it is still a great game. The same team that worked on Mariomon also made Too Many Types, and they just recently released Too Many Types 2. I haven't really played Too Many Types 1, but I will give an honorable mention here to Too Many Types 2. I played a little bit of it. I don't know if it's necessarily for me, but it does look very, very fun, very, very good. A big part of the draw for me is the new Mega Evolutions that they've made, and the unique story, and the way that you travel through the Hoenn region is original now too. Like, they mix things up, so it's not just Pokemon Emerald, but there's 60 types, you know? Oh, and also they added a bunch more types. There's 80 plus types now. So if that is your thing, I definitely recommend checking out Too Many Types 2. Otherwise, Mariomon, fantastic game. Now, before I get into my number one absolutely favorite Pokemon ROM hack of 2025, I've got 2 honorable mentions. I'm actually currently playing both of these ROM hacks right now. We got Pokemon XD DX Director's Cut. It's basically Pokemon XD, but they modernized it. They also have some regional forms. They even added like Galarian, Zigzagoon, and stuff like that. The regional forms that they added, you know, I think there's like Mankey is like a fighting steel type now, for example. I think they want to add custom textures and stuff like that to them. I think they're still working on that. But it's still really cool to see stuff like Galarian Ponyta and Galarian Zigzagoon in an older game. Like, I don't know, it's just really, really cool. I will say the one drawback I have personally is I don't like that a lot of the abilities are just nonsensical. Like, for example, like Storm Drain Charmander. There's like Lightning Rod Squirtle. Those types of abilities, you know? To me, the abilities just look like they came straight from a randomizer, and they're also just beneficial. It doesn't really make sense lore-wise, but that's just my personal preference. You guys might like that. Either way, I'm still having a great time with the game. I still want to play more of it. I've never actually played XD Gale of Darkness before, so I figured I would play it for the first time with a more, I guess, up-to-date modernized version that adds quality of life and things like that. And then there's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Fortune. Basically, this game is already fantastic, Explorers of Sky, but they've added a bunch of new content to it, and it's actually quality content too. There's like so many new generation Pokemon to play with. There's like 50 plus starter choices at the start of the game. They've got shiny Pokemon in there now. I've barely scratched the surface of the game. I'm still very much early days, but I already know that this is a quality ROM hack, and for my Mystery Dungeon lovers out there, this is definitely one I will recommend. I'm currently playing this as a member only series, so if you're interested in watching, become a member. Mystery Dungeon content doesn't typically do as great on the channel. Like, it's just how it is. It's a side game, so that one's for members. But I'm currently streaming Pokemon XD DX. I've taken a little bit of a break because of the ZA DLC, but I'm going to be streaming the full playthrough of that on the channel. So if you're interested in watching, you can check out my VODs on the live tab, or you can come watch me live whenever I stream it live. So turn on notifications and all that if you're interested in that. And my favorite Pokemon ROM hack of 2025, and also probably my favorite Pokemon ROM hack of all time, is Pokemon Pisces. This is everything I want in a Pokemon ROM hack and more. The premise of Pisces is that it's a sequel to Pokemon Emerald, but honestly, the way that the region is laid out, it's pretty much a brand new region, even though it is technically Hoenn. The game is mostly made up of Fakemon, but the original Pokemon that are still in the game are treated as if they are their own. It's got a unique story, the dialogue is great.
Well, it is Cal.
Seems only fitting that I should encounter bad luck seeing you after a stroke of massively good luck winning the lottery. My superiors and co-workers seem to have developed a liking for you. I am a millionaire, have not developed a liking for you. It is not for a lack of trying. You're just so very unlikable. And most importantly, it adds a bunch of new mechanics. It kind of completely turns its head on how Pokemon is played. And I think that's where a lot of people don't like it. I think people go into Pokemon ROM hacks wanting to play more Pokemon, and this is Pokemon, but they've changed how type effectiveness works. For example, one of my favorite changes is they made so normal types just do more damage in general, because normal's not super effective on anything. So giving normal a little bit of an extra stab boost compared to other types, I just think that's dope. They changed some type matchups. They even added their own type, the relic type. But yeah, overall, start to finish, this is like a brand new Pokemon game. To me, like, this is like a brand new Pokemon game release. This was as important to me as like ZA was. This was just a brand new game to play. I put so many hours into it. And the craziest thing is I've only played the base Pisces. I know that they are working on an update that's coming out soon. And yeah, this is just to me like the most polished and best Pokemon ROM hack of all time. And I think part of why I like it so much is because of how it strays from traditional Pokemon, but it still feels like Pokemon, you know? So if you like the sound of that, I definitely recommend you check out Pokemon Pisces. Make sure you subscribe if you like ROM hacks, because that's kind of what we do here.